67, high of 84 tomorrow. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Currently, it's 68.
It's time for the Morning Magazine and All About Women. Join us as we celebrate Southwest Florida living, life, and laughter. Be part of our community where we explore everything there is to know about women, from healthy living, cooking, exercise, to women's health issues, relationships, and so much more. We invite your calls to chat about issues of everyday life that are important to you. It's All About Women here on WENG. And here is your host, Mary Jones.
Well, good morning and welcome. This is All About Women, the show where friends celebrate life, living, and laughter every Tuesday, 9 to 10. I am Mary Jones, and I am always so grateful to be able to spend this hour with you and sure appreciative of your spending some time with us. So Easter is this Sunday. If you do celebrate, I hope you have a great holiday and maybe you can conjure up some happy or funny childhood memories around the holiday. My April challenge, I want to remind you, this month we are focusing on memorizing a quote that has meaning to you. Memorizing a quote that you like for whatever reason that has some significance. And the reason I thought of this and wanted to do this as my April challenge is because once you decide on a quote that you really like, that speaks to you, that resonates with you, I want you to memorize it, because then once you do, you can use it whenever you need a little motivation, a little reassurance, a little support, maybe a little calm. You can bring it to the forefront of your mind whenever you need it. So this month, memorize a quote that has meaning to you. And right around 9:20, I would love to hear a favorite quote of yours. We'll have some open phone time. Our studio line is 941-460-1530. And that's right at 9:20. Would love to hear one of your favorite quotes. But right now, and I've been looking forward to talking with this woman. She is the founder of a really wonderful YouTube channel. It is We're Not Dead Yet, Women Rocking Their Next Chapter. She is on a mission to inspire and motivate women over the age of 40, over the age of 50, 60, and beyond. It's so nice to say hello to Neatima Dowdy. Good morning.
Good morning, Mary. Thank you for having me on your show. I'm so excited, and thank you for helping me with my mission.
Yeah, well, no, I love your mission. I mean, I love your mission, All About Women here right on WENG. Neatima is always, it's a very positive, upbeat show, and my signature sign-off is believe in yourself. And so when I first saw your YouTube channel, I said to myself, I have to meet this woman. I have to somehow track her down. So I'm glad that I was
able. And
you
did, like a good reporter.
Yes, that's right. I'm glad I was able to. So tell us about We're Not Dead Yet, Women Rocking Their Next Chapter. How did you come up with the idea for this? What was your inspiration?
Well, so a few years ago, I was crossing the 50 mark myself. And, I wasn't sitting around eating bonbons, but, I was winding up my life taking care of everyone else, right? And I wasn't mad about it. I relished that job. I think it's the most important job on the planet. But I started looking around and noticing women my age and even older were finding another gear. They weren't done. They weren't done growing. They weren't done learning. They weren't done achieving. And it got me to thinking, I wonder if there's something yet that I could achieve or that I want to achieve, something bigger. And the more I thought about it, then this idea struck me. I wonder how many other women are sitting around in this time of life wondering if there's something else they want to do, some other way they want to grow, and just not either knowing what that is or having an idea but not knowing where to start. And I thought, what if there was a YouTube channel that featured women who were already in the process of reinventing themselves, so that it became accessible and tangible for other women and helped them brainstorm what their next chapter might look like for themselves and sort of take away the fear of stepping out boldly and making a change, taking that first step. So that's where it started. It was my bold step because I didn't have any idea if I could do this or if it would work or if anybody would care. But I just started one step at a time and, gradually learning new tools, learning how to edit my own videos, etc. And somehow, God just kept providing the stories, amazing stories. So it's only been 7 months, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm getting wonderful feedback on the videos. So that's how it got started.
That's how it got started. Good for you. I mean, I love everything that you just said. I was nodding my head like crazy as you were saying it, in agreement in terms of, and I'm a few years older than you. All right, many years older than you. But when I think about my life, and this is coming to mind based on something you just said. When I think about my life, I'm real glad, and I don't know if many women would agree with this. Maybe most will. I don't know. But I would rather be my age than to be 20. Because
I concur.
Yeah,
I concur.
I mean, as we age, yes, we have creaky knees and joints and so on and so forth, but we also have so much more self-confidence. We have a much better understanding of the world and ourselves and how we really want to be. I think it's easier for us to understand what our authenticity is. I mean, I certainly understood none of that, not a lick of that when I was in my 20s. So I really embrace the wisdom that comes with aging. And that's one of the many things that I love about your channel. We're not dead yet. Women Rocking Their Next Chapter, your YouTube channel, because the number of women who can relate to where you were when you started this 7 months ago. I don't have a statistic off the top of my head, but I know it's a big one, demographically speaking. So good for you.
Thank you. Yeah. And, I worried that I wouldn't be able to find enough stories or I wouldn't be able to find varied, stories in women. And I didn't, my goal was never to interview celebrities because that's great. And I think they can be role models, but, I wanted women like me, women who weren't sitting around, with all of the connections and all of the cash at their disposal going, oh, let's see, what am I going to do next? But real women who, had to come up with an idea and had to figure it out by themselves, usually on $0. And so the women have just, I've interviewed women who became artists, women who started businesses, a woman who became a chef, an author. I just was on vacation in France and got to interview a woman who decided over 50 that she would become a model, and she is a working model in France. So it's been fascinating, and they continue to inspire and encourage me with their stories.
Of course. And we can reinvent ourselves. I've reinvented myself 3 times, but we can reinvent ourselves literally at any age, literally at any stage of life. And it seems like that's the type of woman, that's the type of person that you are interviewing. I'm going to put you on the spot. If you're just joining us, by the way, we're talking about an awesome YouTube channel I encourage you to check out. It is We're Not Dead Yet, Women Rocking Their Next Chapter. The founder of that is my guest, Niatima Dowdy. And I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit. What have you learned? You've been doing this for 7 months now. I know there are a lot of videos on your YouTube channel. What have you learned?
Oh, so many things. I mean, just from the practical standpoint, editing and packaging and, the whole social media promotion stuff was way out of my comfort zone. Lighting, sound. I'm still working on the sound, by the way. I'm still growing in the sound department. But then just more about myself. I continue to be surprised that I never, if you'd told me at 28 that at 55, I would have more energy and more confidence and feel better about myself at 55, I wouldn't have believed it. Mm-hmm. But it's true. Everything you say, the wisdom.
Yes.
I'm just comfortable in my own skin. It doesn't mean I wasn't terrified to get on the camera, in front of the camera. I was. I thought, what if they think I look stupid? What if they think I sound stupid? I had all of those fears, but I did it anyway. And that's really the running theme of literally every woman I've interviewed. They were all afraid. But they did it through the fear, and through the fear surprised themselves and learned something more about themselves and learned that they actually were more confident than they thought they were. So that's really the big surprise for me is what I'm learning about myself in this old age of 55.
That's right. Yeah. Well, and as I always say, live and learn. Shame on us if we don't continue to learn things about ourselves, whether they're about us, whether they're about the world we live in. But we need to continue to learn as we age, don't we? Just a funny thing. I've gotten in the habit of doing a Facebook Live video on my Facebook page every Tuesday before I come to the station and just talk about the topics that I'm going to be discussing on the show. Well, I've been doing this maybe for just 3 months or so. And as you can probably appreciate, the first time I did it, I got the cell phone on the little tripod and I got the lighting all set in the room and I turned it on. And before I pressed the button, I'm thinking to myself, oh gosh, Mary, look at your neck. Look at the wrinkles on your neck. Look at your eyes. Could you have more wrinkles around your eyes? And you're going to do a Facebook Live video? Why are you doing this, Mary? And I very easily could have said, you don't have to do this. There's no one's telling you have to do this. Just don't. But I put on my big girl pants and I said, Mary, just do it. Just do it. That's who you are. Just do it. So, similarly to a lot of the messages that I got from looking at your videos, the women that you've interviewed, they just do it. And it's not always easy. And as you said for yourself, you didn't have a comfort zone initially doing that, but you just did it. You put on your big girl pants and you just did it. Very impressive.
Thank you. Exactly. And, you hearken back to something a woman recently said, and it really struck me. It's about just continuing that growth mindset, that yes. We're not done growing, whatever that is, whether it's trying new things, learning new things, developing more confidence. It's just having a mindset that I'm not dead yet.
That's right. You're not dead yet. And life is an adventure. I love that. And we're not dead yet. Women Rocking Their Next Chapter is Neatima Dowdy's fabulous YouTube channel. I encourage you to check it out. There are boatloads of videos to watch. You will be inspired and motivated by all of them. I certainly have been by the ones I've seen. Hey, thank you so much. You're out of time, unfortunately, but I sure appreciate.
Mary, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I'm glad you're on a similar mission.
Thank you. Would love to stay in touch.
Yes, let's do.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
We're not dead yet. Women Rocking Their Next Chapter. Check it out. It's on YouTube. This is Mary Jones, All About Women. We will be